Welcome to day 7 of the Empty the Vessel Protocol. You've made it through a full spin. You've made it through a full cycle of dismantling your ego. Shall we continue? We've destroyed the timeline. We've killed the need for other people's validation. We've silenced the voices in your head. We've gone after the fact that we are not who we have thought we were in the past. We're not our behaviors. We're not our past mistakes. Today, we go after the invisible chains that you place on yourself every time you open your mouth. We took a deep dive into our vocabulary. From the moment that you were born, society started handing you labels. They told you that you were anxious. They told you you were an introvert. They told you that you were rich, you were poor, you were black, you were white, you were weird, you were successful, you were a failure, you were just like your father. Instead of rejecting these labels, we attach these labels to the two most powerful words in the universe for us all. I am. You've always thought that you were just being transparent. You were just being honest. You were just keeping it real. Just calling it how it is. But really what you were doing is you were writing the code for your reality. When you accept the societal label without questioning its origin, you are taking your infinite body of awareness and forcing it into a tiny, suffocating, man-made box. Some people would say that language is the operating system inside of this matrix. Some people would say it's about what you say. Superstitious people will tell you, you got to be careful what you say. You got to watch what come out of your mouth. Be careful what you ask for. But understand that it's not language that this matrix or this universe recognizes or submits to. Words reveal the content of your inner world. And it's what's going on in your inner world that controls your outer world. But sometimes it's hard for us to get a true perspective of what's going on subconsciously within us. And that is why you have to pay very close attention to your words, not because your words can hurt you. Words have never hurt you or anybody else. Words do not control you any more than they control anybody else. But your words are a picture of your inner world. You say what you feel, you say what you think, and the thoughts that you feel dictate your outcomes. You must completely disassemble the paradigms and the language that you use to describe them. You have to learn to see you in a new light. You have to learn how to speak as though you are who you have always tried to become. Understand this. You are not your diagnosis. You are not your bank account. You are not the label that a teacher or a parent or an ex-spouse or boyfriend or girlfriend put on you. Their words held absolutely no power over you. But you partnering your energy, your attention, your feelings, and your thoughts to what they labeled you has led you to your demise. At some point, you have to embrace the fact that you are the formless, limitless creator experiencing this reality. When you stop speaking the language of this matrix, the matrix loses its grip over you. You have to unspell yourself. It's not about changing your words. It's not about changing what you say. It's about adopting a new perspective of yourself, the true perspective of yourself, and only speaking those things that are true. See, you've been speaking how you feel. You've been speaking what you think. You've been speaking what you hear. And I ask you, how well is that going for you? At what point do you drop all of the other languages for the one true language? At what point do you begin to parrot only the truth? You can blame them for lying and being dishonest, or you can get real with yourself and say, if it was not for my ignorance, if it was not for me having a lack of knowledge of who I am and the truth of myself, then I wouldn't have went for what they said. If it wasn't for me needing their validation, if it wasn't for me upholding their opinions, if it wasn't for me needing something from others outside of myself, I would have never went for the lie. You cannot allow for your intelligence to lead you. You cannot allow for your feelings to take the forefront. You cannot allow for other external voices that you have confidence in to guide you. And tell me that you haven't given your power to evil, that you haven't forfeited the life of abundance and giving your allegiance to declarations of lack. Disconnect from their language. Disconnect from your language. Abandon their views and abandon your views. Watch your mouth so that you can see your heart and know where it is that you need to pivot.